Let's go.
What kind of a hick town is this, anyway? No subway, no graffiti, no mustard on my pretzel? Forget about it, buddy! My sister could beat you's lousy team. Bunch of morons.
Oh my God, thank heavens I did not forbid the lunch. Did you get the tickets? Got them. She thinks she's such a joke. I know, don't scare me like that. You trying to give me a heart attack? No. Hurry up, hurry up. Jesus. Hi, sir, how are you? I know. Anyone like some chicken soup?
What are you doing bringing chicken soup to a baseball game?
I was all out of tomatoes.
The Yankees are pitching Whitey Ford.
Oh my God.
Oh no. Smokey can't hit his slider, and Rocky, nope, can't hit his curve.
True, but if we can get ahead in the count, we can send the runner at first, hold the runner at third, drag bunt towards second, force the southpaw pitcher to field and throw home, then we've got the bases loaded.
Good strategy, but who's on second?
The guy from first.
Who's on third?
The guy who dragged bunt to second.
Who's on third?
The guy who didn't get thrown out at home.
Who got thrown out at home?
Nobody got thrown out at home.
Then what happened to the guy at home?
He's on first.
Who's on second?
Wow, guys, check out this crowd. Are you ready for some baseball? What was that, sir? No cheerleaders in baseball. Look, sir, this is the 1950s. We do things a little differently. Okay, let's get rowdy with the home. Who do you think is being considered? No. That's the Cincinnati Bengals cheer, and they never win. So how about this? We'll split the crowd down the center. This side's gonna shout, "Go Senators!" and this side's gonna shout, "Beat Yankees." Let's give it a try. Go The wave? I know. It hasn't really been invented yet. We're just kind of making this up as we go. All right, we're going to swing from this side all the way around back to this side. You ready?
Yeah! Yeah! All right!
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to tonight's game. Before things get totally out of control, I'd ask that you keep all your cell phones and beepers in the off position tonight because they interfere with our sound system. Thank you. Now, I'd like to direct your attention to the fourth row center section where the president of our Indian Hill Boosters Association, Miss Robbie McIntyre, is sitting tonight. Mrs. McIntyre and the Boosters provide extensive funds throughout the high school to various extracurriculars, including powwow. Thank you, Boosters, and thank you, Mrs. McIntyre. Catching her first pitch tonight is varsity softball catcher, Katie Patterson. Mrs. McIntyre, let her rip. Thank you. Now I'd ask that you all please stand, remove your hats for team owner Helen Walsh's rendition of our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held
starred stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. O'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Let's play ball. Good evening. Just past the midpoint of the 20th century, the average fan of the hapless Washington Senators felt this way about the legendary New York Yankees. So naturally, the wives felt this way about their husbands. And since the average Washington Senators fan's conversation was usually limited to some variation of this, the average marriage around Washington went something like this.
6 months out of every year, I might as well be made of stone. 6 months out of every year when I'm with him, I'm alone. 6 months out of every year, he doesn't take me anywhere. 6 months out out of every year when I play cards. Solitaire. The other 6 months out of every year, we are hardly ever seen apart. But then the Washington Senators take over my place in his heart. 6 months out of every year, I might as well be wearing crepe. Life is just an awful bore from which I find no escape.
6 months out of every.
When we met in 1938, it was November. When I said that I would be his page, it was December. I reasoned he would be the greatest husband that a girl had ever found. That's what I reasoned. That's what I reasoned. Then April rolls around.
Strike 3 ball 4, walk around, no time to score. 5 ball double play, Yankees win again today. Those damn Yankees, why can't we beat them? He's out, he's safe, he's out, he's safe, he's out, he's safe, he's out. You're blind up, you must be out of your mind.
6 months out of every year, he lives by the television set.
He's out, he's safe, he's out.
If you see the man in mind, how does he look? I forget.
Let's go.
6 months out of every year, we know there is no other Dame.
He's out, he's safe, he's out.
If he's home by 6 and 6 to 1, there's the game.
Let's go.
6 months out of every year, when we come for them, it never pays. Instead of praising our goulash, they're appraising the plays of Willie May.
He's out, he's safe, he's out, he's safe, he's out, he's safe, he's out. Strike 3 ball 4, walk around, no time to score.
Might as well be wearing crepe.
Yankees win again today.
Life is just like a book which I find.
He's safe, he's out, he's safe, he's out, he's safe, he's out.
No
You're blind up, you must be out of your mind.
Sorry for the work.
Let's go.
We're free below. Right for the head. Takes the bicycles and snow. We roll and sing the sad, but with them it's a career.
What are we waiting for? April, May, June, July, August, September.
April, May, June, July, August,
Slide.
September.
Oh, 6 months out of every. You're blind up, you must be out your mind.
September, 6 months out of every.
Blind up, you must be out of your mind. Okay, Sahovic, don't try and murder it. No, Rocky, hit the dirt, hit the dirt. Oh, that does it.
Did the Washington Senators win, dear?
Thrown out at home.
I know the feeling. Maybe next time.
Ah, damn Yankees. I'd do anything to lick them just once.
It's just a ball game, old boy. Now, my friend, sister, and Doris, they like baseball, but they don't suffer so. Well, I'm going to bed. Got bridge club tomorrow. Good night.
Yeah, sure. I mean, good night. Good night, old girl. Wham! One long ball hitter. That's what we need. I'd sell my soul for one long ball hitter.
Now there's an interesting idea.
Oh my gosh, you scared me.
The name's Applegate, and I'm here to offer you a proposition. How would you like to be the greatest baseball player in all of history?
Who are you?
I am quite a famous character, Mr. Boyd. I do have some historical significance, too. In fact, I am responsible for most of the history you can name.
Listen, I don't know what the gag is.
Talk
but
to
I...
yourself, so you finally flipped your lid. What you doing out here talking to yourself? In the dark.
talking to who?
It's a sign of old age, you know, Joe, talking to yourself.
It is?
Is anything the matter?
I guess I was just thinking about the game.
We went to the game yesterday. It was Ladies' Day. But I must say that those hot dogs at the park aren't what they used to be. I had the worst stuff. It's still up. Doris, we just came from our ballet lesson.
No, she went to bed a while ago.
Well, we'll see you at Bridge Club tomorrow then.
Good night, Joe. Doris!
They couldn't see you.
No, they couldn't. It's just a cute little stunt, all the rage in the Middle Ages.
What are you doing here?
Joe, I have chosen you, the most dedicated fan of the Washington Senators, to be the hero that leads them out of the wilderness to the championship.
The Senators are in 7th place.
And you are going to be the one that inspires them to greatness. We'll call you Hardy. Joe Hardy. You'll be 22 years old. They'll even put a new wing on that baseball museum in Cooperstown dedicated just to you. The Hardy Shrine. Huh?
Well, what do you want me to do?
Just leave everything to me.
But my job, my wife.
This is a big operation. You can't let things like that stand in the way.
When I just disappear, is that it?
Very simple.
What happens when I stop being a baseball player? Then where would I be?
Of course, that's fairly well known.
Yes, but...
Listen, I'm offering a trade here. I'm giving you the chance to be something you've wanted to be for your entire life.
Yeah, in my business we have what you like to call an escape clause.
What did you have in mind?
Well, if I don't like it, I ought to be able to get out if I want to. I've got my wife to consider.
Enough about your wife. Wives. They cause men more trouble than the Methodist Church. Okay. About this escape clause.
Let's see, the season ends on the 25th of September. How about on midnight the 25th? I can still walk away if I want to.
No. Let's make it interesting. You can leave on the 24th, but midnight is just way past my bedtime. I prefer a more civilized 9 o'clock sharp. But if you decide to play in the game on the 25th, then you're in for the duration, if you know what I mean. So, is it a deal?
Deal.
All right, hurry up, Joe. The cab's waiting.
I'm just gonna go leave a note for my wife and get my glove and shoes.
Okay, I'll go call a taxi. I love this job.
Goodbye, old girl, my old girl. When you awaken, I'll be gone. Can't tell you where I go. It isn't fair, I know, but trust in me and carry on. Goodbye, old friend, my old friend. There's something I must let you know. I haven't said it much, I guess I've lost my touch, but my old girl, I love you so. Now I know it hasn't all been rosy. We've had squabbling days when tears were brought about, but in a moment or two we would kiss and coo, and never even knew what we fought about. And now your Joe has to go, but he'll come back to you again. So sleep your sleep, old girl, our love will keep, old girl, till then.
Hurry up, Joe. The cab's waiting.
Hey, did you? I can't believe it. Wham! And though your Joe has to go, but he'll come back to you again. So sleep your sleep, oh girl. Our love will keep, oh girl. Till then, goodbye, old girl. My old girl. Goodbye.
Wait a minute, you guys. What kind of Little League do you call that? Rocky, what side is this?
It's a hit and run.
Right, okay. Now, if you're at bat.
I take.
Oh, you don't take.
Sorry, Penny. It's just Yankee fever. You've had it for months.
What's that?
It's when we're playing the Yankees and we tense up, Skipper.
And it ain't the word chicken, Benny. We don't make the same goofers when we're playing Kansas City. It's something else. Those Yanks.
Oh, damn Yankees!
All right, listen up, guys. Your mental state, it's all off in left field. There's a new dawn out there, boys, and you're right at the beginning of it. It takes some skill, sure, but it takes something else, too. Something that this country is just beginning to discover. Something bigger. You gotta have heart. All you really need is heart. When the odds are saying you'll never win, that's when the grin should start. You gotta have hope. Mustn't sit around and moan. Nothing's half as bad as it may appear. So wait till next year and hope. When your luck is batting zero, get your chin up off the floor. Mister, you can be a hero. You can open any door, there's nothing to it but to do it. You gotta have heart. Miles and miles and miles of heart. Oh, it's fine to be a genius, of course, but keep that old horse before the cart. First, you gotta have heart.
A great slugger we haven't got.
A great kicker we haven't got.
A great ball club
We haven't got.
What do we got? We've got heart. All you really need is heart. When the odds are saying you'll never win, that's when the grin should start. We've got hope. We don't sit around and mope. Not a solitary sigh do we heave, mister, 'cause we've got hope.
I'm proud of you.
We're so happy that we're humming.
Hum, hum, hum. That's the hardy thing to do. Ho, ho, ho.
Hum, hum, hum. 'Cause it's 10 years overdue.
Ho, ho, ho.
We've got heart. Miles and miles and miles of heart.
Oh, it's fine to be a genius, of course, but keep that old horse before the cart. So what the heck's the use of crying?
We gotta get better 'cause we can't get worse.
Add to it.
We've got heart. We've got heart.
We've got heart. Wait a minute, guys. Hold on a second. Tell it to her. What do we got? Heart. What do we got? Heart! What do we got? We got heart. All you really need is heart. When the odds are saying you'll never win, that's when the grin should start. We're so happy that we're laughing. Ha ha ha! That's the hardy thing to do.
Ho, 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 so we ain't been autographing.
Ha, 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 step aside and I'll you.
Ho, ho, ho.
We've got heart. Miles and miles and miles of heart. Always fine to be a genius, of course. But keep that old horse before the cart.
The hisses and boos.
The team has been consistent.
Yeah, we always lose, but we're left because we've got heart. We've got heart. We've got heart.
Good morning.
All right, boys.
I've often wondered how this team kept up its morale.
I don't think we invited the press this morning, Gloria.
My boss is very anxious to find out what some of your players think of the Yankees.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. My players don't play dead for the Yankees or any other club.
I'm looking for Mr. Van Buren, head coach of the Washington Senators. Mr. Van Buren, the name's Applegate. I'd like to shake hands with my protege, Joe Hardy.
Listen, Mac, I'm very busy.
Oh, come on. I've been a big fan of yours for quite some time. I've been beating the bushes for talent. I'd like it if you gave old Joe here a try. He's quite a boy with a bat.
Where you been playing, son?
Oh, here and there.
Where's here and there?
Look, Mr. Van Buren, if you just let me hit the ball.
He hits at a country mile.
Country mile. Smokey, get this kid upstairs.
Thanks,
And
Mr.
I have
Van
Buster throw him a few, okay?
Come on, kid.
Bernie, get the rest of the guys. He hits at a country mile. My goodness.
Are you coming, my attractive friend?
Well, I'll look, but nothing will happen.
Wanna bet?
Wow, I can't believe the kid's as good as all that. Wonder where he's been keeping himself. Henry!
Yeah, man.
Ah, go out there, tell Buster to throw harder.
He is throwing hard. Can't you hear him grunt?
Well, tell him to bear down.
Sure, Benny.
Batting practice is one thing, but how does he do in the game, man? He's got a nice swing.
She's gone.
Over the fence.
Oh, that's just luck.
Say, what's the story on this kid anyway?
You see where he's hitting them, don't you?
Where'd he come from?
His name's Joe Hardy.
Hey, kid, come here, you.
Who's he been playing for?
He weighs 150 pounds. Choose juicy fruit.
You're a big help.
So, what'd you say your name was, Joe?
Yes, sir. Joe Hardy.
Where you been playing?
The Midwest? Hannibal, Missouri.
Well, you hit that ball pretty good.
Thanks, Mr. Van Buren.
I was maybe thinking we could get you a contract, send you to one of our farm clubs for a little seasoning.
Seasoning? That's ridiculous.
Now, what do you say, kid?
I don't think so.
Why not?
Well, I haven't got time.
Time?
Listen, if Ty Cobb came here looking for a chance, you'd send him to Little Rock for 3 years. Come on, Joe. Let's go where we're more appreciated.
Gee, Mr. Van Buren, would you let me try one more? Please, with my shoes off.
But without his shoes, he's gonna hit in his stocking feet? What is this?
All right, kid, get out there.
More seasoning, eh? That ball's only going for a 600-foot ride.
That is the longest ball I think I've ever seen in my life. Make him a Washington senator!
I made it! I'm gonna play ball with these guys! Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh my God!
Do you mind?
I'm sorry, Mr. Applegate. How can I ever thank you?
I'll think of a way.
Come on, Joe. Let's get you signed up.
And barefoot yet. Now let's see. The Barefoot Boy. Yeah. No, it's to Mark Twain. The Hannibal Hero. Yeah. No, it sounds too much like a sandwich. That's it. Shoeless Joe.
What?
Shoeless Joe Hardy.
That's what you're gonna call him?
That's what everyone's going to call him.
Shoeless Joe?
From Hannibal Mo!
Shoeless Joe from Hannibal Mo.
Shoeless Joe from Hannibal Mo! Shoeless Joe from Hannibal Mo!
What'd you say his name was?
Shoeless Joe from Hannibal Mo!
So that's what you're gonna call him. Woo! That's a great idea!
Oh, I got lots of ideas for you. Who came along in a puff of smoke?
Shoeless Joe from Hannibal Mo!
Strong as the heart of the mighty oak.
Shoeless Joe from Hannibal Mo! Lucky are we to be having him!
Shoeless Joe from Hannibal Mo.
Just when the future was looking grim!
Shoeless Joe from Hannibal Mo.
Came a long,
long way to be with us today. With arms of steel like Hercules.
Yeah!
Feet as fleet as Mercury's.
Yeah!
He'll fight for us, do right for us.
He'll be a beacon light for us!
He's Shoeless Joe from Hannibal Mo. Go, 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 go. Go like a bat out of you nowhere.
Shoeless Joe from Hannibal Mo!
Strike at the foe, let him know you're there.
Shoeless Joe from Hannibal Mo!
Shoeless Joe from Hannibal Mo.
Shoeless Joe from Hannibal Mo!
Came upon the scene
As fresh as Listerine!
He sneezed and blew away a calf.
Achoo!
His laughter ripped a barn in half.
Go, 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 go!
Like sevens come, 11's come.
Like man from the heavens come!
He's Shoeless Joe from Hannibal Mo. Go, 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 go. Shoeless Joe from Hannibal. Strike at the foe, let him know you're there.
Shoeless Joe from Hannibal!
Look out, look out, look out, look out for
Shoeless Joe, the barefoot boy from Hannibal Mo!
Joe, Joe, Joe.
like Shotzi inside.
Our readers are really burning up to get the story on Joe Hardy.
Well, of course they are. And we want to cooperate in every way possible. But after all these lean years, we bring you a truly great ball player. A man for you all to be proud of. And right away, this Gloria Thorpe starts sniping at him.
Oh, well, you know Gloria, the eager type. She's just curious.
Well, it seems to me that all you people want to do is cause problems. I'll see what I can do.
Thank you, man.
Oh, look, there goes the bunny. Doris, he's nobody. Are you anybody?
Not a soul.
Now, Joe, you mustn't be so temperamental.
I'm not. It's just the questions that Gloria Thorpe Dame asks are none of her business.
Joe, good press means a lot to the front office. Come on, boy, play ball with them a little, will ya?
They're a bunch of crooks. I mean, you say one thing, and they write another.
Joe, you are getting to be a regular prima donna.
I mean, why do they have to keep after me? I mean, why can't I just play baseball?
Joe? Miss Thorpe has a few more questions. You don't mind, do you, lad?
I'll do whatever you say, Miss Welsh.
Come in, Miss Thorpe.
Joe's ready to answer a few more
It
questions.
isn't that I've got more questions, Mrs. Welch, but I never caught the answer to the one I asked earlier.
Which one?
Your family?
They've all passed away. I haven't any family. Nobody.
What about friends?
Well, he's got one friend I know of. Put me down, little girl.
Do you think Washington can win the pennant?
Yeah, when I win the Pulitzer.
What's so funny about Washington winning the pennant?
Now, Joe...
No, all we have to do is win games. Okay, so we're just barely out of the basement. So what? I mean, you haven't seen anything yet.
Well, if Joe says we can do it, then we can do it. We'll have that pennant sewn up by the 25th.
That's the last day of the season, isn't it?
Yes, I believe we've already discussed this.
Then I'll just bet. We'll have it in the bag by the 24th.
Now, there's a statement for you. Go put that in your newspaper. Come on.
Now, how sneaky can a guy get? The 24th. How sneaky can a guy get? Hello, Hell? It's me. What do you mean, who? Who else gets to leave? All right, give me Lola. Lola, it's me. I need you to come up right now. It's urgent. No, now, Lola. I'm not in the mood to wait. Lola! Welcome to the nation's capital. Now, here's the deal. I have thousands, and I mean thousands of Washington Senators fans just drooling under the impression that they will be winning the pennant.
Oh, gee, that is awfully good. There'll be suicides and heart attacks. Oh, it'll be just like the good old days.
Lola, this is a straight seduction job. Now, the problem I have here is this new boy that I just got a hold of, and I am so mad at myself I could split a hoof.
Oh.
I'd let the cornball talk me into an escape clause.
An escape clause?
But this Joe Hardy isn't human. He wants to go back to his wife. Now, I know there's not a homewrecker on my staff better than you.
Well, don't you worry. You know, I am pretty good at making men forget their wives.
Are you sure you can land him? I mean, he's cagey and he's square. He's faithful, for God's sakes.
Come on, Chief. You know I've got what it takes.
Don't make me brag. I took the zing out of the king of Siam. I took the starch out of the sails of the Prince of Wales. It's no great art getting the heart of a man on a silver platter. A little brains, a little talent, with an emphasis on the latter. I made mincemeat out of a sweet young farmer. I knocked the fight out of a knight when I pierced his armor, and I'll bet I could upset any male in a Yale regatta. A little brains, a little talent, with an emphasis on the latter. You've gotta know just what to say and how to say it. You've gotta know what game to play and how to play it. You gotta stack those decks with a couple of extra aces. And this queen has her aces in all the right places. I've done much more than that old bore, Delilah. I took the curl out of the hair of a millionaire. So what's my plan? Same as with any man. I'll use the standard pattern, plus a little this and a little that, with an emphasis on the latter.
Come in. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were the deliveries.
No, I came about, well, that is, someone said you had a room you might be willing to rent.
Me? Rent a room?
That's just what they said. I'm looking for a quiet place.
I never even thought of renting a room.
I wouldn't be any trouble. I can promise you that.
Well, I'm sure you wouldn't. But you see, Mr.
Joe Hardy.
My husband's name was Joe.
That's a coincidence.
He's away.
For long?
Not too long. I hope. He had to go on a trip.
I guess that's why this fella thought you might have an extra room to rent.
You'll have to excuse me. We're cooking dinner for Bridge Club, a friend of mine and her sister. Just make yourself at home.
And he'll come back to you again.
Sorry to have taken so long. My friends think it would be good for me to take in a boarder.
Sorry about that. I'd certainly appreciate it.
They're coming right in to meet you as soon as they fix their hair. We have a room that my husband uses as a den that has a nice studio couch. Would you like to see it?
I'm sure it's all right. I'd be away quite a bit anyhow. I travel for 2 or 3 weeks at a time.
I see.
Well, you have to live in hotels when you're on the road. Then you get quite lonesome.
You miss somebody you've left behind. Is that it?
Yes, I do. I miss somebody something awful.
Well, I know how that is.
A woman doesn't know what she has until she loses it.
When a man has the love of a woman, he abuses it.
I didn't know what I had when I had my old love.
I didn't know what I had till I said goodbye, old love.
Yes, a woman doesn't know what she has till it is no longer around. But the happy thought is I'd like you to meet my friends, Mr. Harper. This is Sister Miller and Doris Miller.
How do you do? Isn't it a gorgeous day? Sister! What? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. You're Joe Hardy, aren't you?
I guess I am.
Oh, it's Joe Hardy, Meg, not Mr. Harper. It's Joe Hardy. Oh my gosh. Give me some air, Doris. He's the greatest baseball player. Oh my goodness. I'm flabbergasted. Oh, gee, Joe Hardy. Oh gosh. May I have your autograph? You don't know what's happened to you, Meg. He's a hero. I saw the game yesterday, and that wonderful play in the seventh. Was he trying to loosen you up? Oh, and you that play in the second. What, did you hurt your hand?
Come in.
I'm from City Hall.
From where?
City Hall, I'm just serving official notice in this neighborhood.
What kind of notice?
It's a new zoning law. You're not allowed to take boarders in this neighborhood.
What's going on here?
This man
It's
was
all right,
just-
Meg. I mean, Miss Boyd. I know this man. I'll be right in. Really, Mr. Applegate, aren't you carrying things a bit too far?
Do you think I like it? Wasting my time, not to mention money on costumes?
Well, can you understand how I feel?
No!
I was married when I was only 20. No matter what went wrong in my life, there was always someone I could trust and a place to come home to. This home. And I can't forget it all at once.
Joe, you're not trying.
And if you must know, I've rented a room here.
What? Oh, my hoof.
Oh gosh. Oh.
He's gone.
What did he want?
Oh, well, he's just a practical joker.
I guess I'm not much of a judge of character. That's what my husband always said.
Yeah. Well, Mr. Hardy, I got a lot of Joe's All baseball stuff that we're gonna decorate your room with. Real nice. Oh, and look what I got.
Senators! Shoeless Joe! Shoeless Schmo! Listen to this! Cinderella's from D.C. beat up Bronx bullies? Jeez! I think I am going to puke!
Wait, several lights.
So what about that guy on second?
You mean the guy from first? Yeah, no. Who's on first? The guy who dragged one to second.
Who's on third?
The guy who didn't get thrown out at home.
Who got thrown out at home?
Again, nobody got thrown out at home.
Then what happened to the guy at home?
He's on first.
Who's on second?
Shut your mouth.
Taxi! Hey, wait for us!
Ready? Okay. Go Senators! Team Yankees! Go Senators! Team Yankees!
Hey, we got so much heart that we tore the Yanks apart.
I haven't had such a great time in years!
Neither have I. We was in there today.
Hey, you look pretty well like a ball player there today.
3 for 5, kid. 3 for 5.
Good evening, gentlemen. That was a great game you played today, Joe.
Hey, so long, fellas.
See you later, Joe.
Hey, we'll get that doubleheader tomorrow.
Oh, you will. You will get that doubleheader. I can feel it in my bones. But, Joe, did you happen to notice that cute young lady sitting in the box with me?
Yeah, I saw her.
Well, I'd like you to shake hands with a big fan of yours, Joe. Her name is Lola Banana. And she's from South America.
How do you do, Mr. Joe Hardy?
How do you do? Happy to meet you.
Likewise, I am quite sure.
And suddenly all I can think of is a hot dog.
Mr. Applegate, please. I mean,
Oh, you're uncomfortable with Lola. No?
yes. No. I mean, I just.
Oh, Joe. You see, it is Lola who does not know how to talk to a big, strong hero like a Joe.
Gesundheit. Pardon? Look, Miss Banana, I just like to get going.
Joe? Lola, please. Just Lola. You see, I think we should come to know each other quite well.
Okay. Lola.
Oh, Joe! You're so sexy when you said that. Oh, you give me shiver all over. You know, some men say things to me like, I love you. You are so beautiful. I would die for you. That means nothing. But you say, Lola.
Look, Miss Banana, I gotta get going. Okay.
Be a good boy, Joe. And do like Lola tells you to do. Whatever Lola wants, Lola gets. A little man, little Lola, wants you. Make up your mind to have no regrets. Recline yourself, resign yourself, you're through. I always get what I aim for, and your heart and soul is what I came for. Whatever Lola wants, Lola gets. No use to fight. Don't you know you can't win? You're no exception to the rule. I'm irresistible, you're full. Give in. Give in. Give in. Now tell me, Joe, was that not like a cold drink on a hot?
Look, Miss Banana, you're sort of amazing and everything. And I honestly wish I were two different people. But I'm not. I'm one. And he's married.
No, wait, come back. I thought you were doing with that.
What kind of turn of the century burlesque do you call that? Whatever Lola wants, Lola gets. You let me down. You said you could land him.
Chief, all I need is a little more time.
Time is not what we have. Now I'm going to have to create a scheme. Let's see. Savonarola? Okay. Skivvies?
So-so.
Shifty McCoy. That's it. That's perfect. I can easily pass off Joe Hardy for Shifty McCoy and blacken his name so bad he can tar roofs with it. So long for that pennant. So long for the wife.
What's she like, anyway?
And now, you know, that's an interesting story. Do you know how she got him?
No. How?
Well, never once, not in all their years of dating, courtship, or marriage, did she ever say, "Give in"?
Chief, what are you doing?
It's payday, Lola.
No, no, Chief, please. Please don't. No.
Bye
Don't
for now.
send me there.
I, the Grand Slam Morgan.
And I'm Jessica Monroe.
After 7.5 innings, it's time for tonight's baseball trivia quiz. Sports or consequences?
We got some great prizes for you guys tonight. So if you think you know the answer to any of our trivia questions, just raise your hand.
Okay, here we go with our first question. Who won the World Series in the year 2000? Yankees. Right. And the New York Yankees is correct. And what do we Washington Senators fans call the New York Yankees? Yankees. Right, but no one raised their hand.
Let's try another one. Who has the longest hitting streak in all of baseball? And who has the second longest? The first was a member of New York Yankees. They called him Jolton Joe. And the second was a member of the Cincinnati Reds, the Big Red Machine. Does anybody know the answer? You have to raise your hand. Joe DiMaggio on Pete Rose is correct. Congratulations! You did one that has each bumper stickers.
Next, what famous actress was the star catcher in a movie A League of Their Own? Gina Davis is correct. You've won another Indian Hill High School levy video. Which line? Can you pass this down?
Now for our final question. Who holds the all-time high jump record for Indian Hill High School? He set it in 1972.
Wait a minute. That's not a baseball trivia question.
Hey, I don't write them. I just read them. Here's a couple of clues. He's probably the tallest man you know in the whole school district. And he's a great prep coach. His kids are Carol, Quince, and Sarah. Right there. Emma Rixey is correct. Congratulations. You just got 2 tickets. Indian Hill String Production of Tony and Tina's wedding.
That's it for sports or consequences. Now everyone up on your feet for the 7th inning stretch as we all sing Take Me Out to the Ball Game. All right, Washington Senators fans, let's play ball.
club's got to rehearse but us. Okay, you can have the stage, but don't take too long. Put down your sign, Jack.
What about my costume?
Later. Now line up. It's a big honor that we're here today, and we want to do well. The Chevy Chase Fan Club is grateful to you, Joe, because you taught us this big lesson. You gotta have heart. All you really need is heart. When the odds are saying you'll never win, oh my God, that's when you really should start. When your luck is back, Mister, you can be a hero.
You can open the door.
You gotta have heart. Awesome, awesome, awesome heart. Oh, the money is yours, of course. We gotta work hard. So when the bases are loaded, the count is for you too. You'll hear the hot show because depend on you. You're a hero. You got heart. You got heart. You got heart. Oh, sorry.
No. I think my act should go first.
Are you gonna give me the list yet?
Oh yes, it's in the dressing room. I'll get it.
You feeling all right about everything, Benny?
Well, I'm not exactly bubbling over with joy about the game that we played today, if that's what you mean.
Well, don't show it. Let's make it a good time tonight. We came to the end of the season better than I could have ever dreamed.
2 games to go.
Well, you just relax. We'll be the champions. All we have to do is win one of those little games.
Yeah, but the way that Joe cracked up on us today, it just...
Easy. Well, Joe, how does it feel to have the whole town honoring you?
I wish I deserved it.
Nah, we'll get them tomorrow, won't we, Joe?
Yeah, we'll get 'em, Coach.
Thank you.
Excuse us, will you, Joe?
Yeah, I have to practice my speech.
Congratulations.
Oh, it's you.
I'm a fan now. Officially. We're putting on a dance in your honor tonight.
That's wonderful, Miss Banana.
It's not Miss Banana anymore. No accent. Didn't you notice? She failed. Dismally. I'm just a bad hussy who organized a fan club without permission from Mr. A.
He wanted us to lose today, didn't he? Didn't you hear him giving me the razz all throughout the game? Personal stuff. I mean, anything to put me off. I mean, what's he want?
Well, tomorrow's the 24th. I think he's afraid of losing you.
Folderol!
Look out!
What business is it of yours where Joe lives anyhow?
I'm curious, that's all.
Well, Joe moved out of that house in Chevy Chase because... Jill, why did you change to the hotel?
To be near you. And let me tell you something else. We're gonna win that pennant game tomorrow. You wait and see.
That's the spirit. That's the way a baseball player ought to talk, don't you think?
I think a lot of things, my friend. You see, I've just come back from a trip to Hannibal, Missouri, and one thing is true. That boy's name isn't Joe Hardy.
Well, if you're referring to the rumor that his name is in reality Shifty McCoy, then I deny it emphatically.
Who's Shifty McCoy?
Well, if you haven't heard it, then I haven't said it, but what's the big deal anyhow? Why do you say he's not Joe Hardy?
Nobody in Hannibal has ever seen or heard of Joe Hardy. His birth isn't registered there. He's a fake. Where'd he come from?
You're too nosy. Why don't you just go home and get married? Make some man miserable.
Could you clear these things, girls? Excuse me. Hey, Benny!
Are you fighting this shit, Dave?
Benny, you ever hear of a golf player named Shifty McCoy?
Wasn't that the kid that took the bribe in the Mexican team 4 years ago? Yeah, he threw a game and they caught him, man.
What happened?
He's on the land. Never heard of him since, as far as I know.
Did you know him?
No, Mr. Ward. But I remember seeing his picture in the paper. Quite a scandal.
Of course. That's where I'll find
fan club's big event. Our first song will be sung by team owner Helen Welsh and the I Love Joe fan club. And here they are.
Working out perfectly. I can hardly stand it.
Ladies and gentlemen, can I have your attention, please? Get my wait.
Oh my goodness.
Joe, a terrible thing has happened. In a few minutes, there will be an extra on the street accusing you of being a fellow who took a bribe down to the Mexican League. Quiet! Joe, the commissioner has called a hearing for tomorrow afternoon. If you can clear yourself, you can play. Otherwise, not.
They gotta let me play. And listen, everybody, you gotta believe me. I'm not any crook. I die for the team, and I will. And we'll win. We've gotta win.
Just 2 more days, and 1 more day will do it.
Yeah.
What if they nail Joe?
All right, guys, listen up. Come here. We may be playing without Joe. And if we have to, then we have to. But it means getting a lot tougher than we've ever been before. Let's get our gear, go home, and get some sleep. Big day tomorrow.
Finish right. Look what Joe's game. Remember the rules. No drinking, no distraction, no winning. No late hours, no good luck charms.
And no women!
Do you ever got my mind on the game?
The game, we got to think about the game, Bruce and Bronze may be crazy. Don't have to wait while we think about the game. Remember, I say. Remember, refrain.
If you're losing at craps, and the clock's 11, and suddenly each roll you roll comes up a 7, and you're in the kind of dire man.
Be polite, say goodnight, you as I said. Remember, say this. Till it ain't. Remember, don't every rule we shall obey. Cause to win we've got to stay good and pure. Good and pure.
Hey, Rock! We took a ride.
Side by side, yeah! Yeah!
Out of gas. No, but Rock.
But there's absolutely no reason for you to give up your room here, Joe. I don't care what people say. Are you all right?
I'm fine. I clear my name before I disappear.
Disappear? What on earth are you talking about? You've got a pennant to clinch and a World Series to win.
I thought you didn't like baseball.
The time to try. Joe, listen. Maybe he hasn't disappeared. Maybe it's something else. You must think I'm losing my mind.
He'll come back, Meg.
You don't have to cheer me up.
He's closer than you think. Look, I gotta go. Just remember that, okay?
Now, it's just psychology, but do you actually think that this noble young Joe Hardy will leave his team and the men who trusted him?
Mr. Applegate, I've made my decision. I'd like to exercise the escape clause.
What? Aren't you being a bit hasty?
Well, I found there are more important things in life than being a hero. I want out. I want to go back.
Very well. An operation of this size has to take place at the bewitching hour, so 5 minutes till 9, you just give me the word.
I just sure there were no misunderstandings.
Joe, you discourage me. Whenever I'm from time to time depressed, and the trauma wells and swells within my breast, I find some pride deep inside of me as I fondly walk the lane of memory. Tell ya, I was so contented when prisons entered, and the ones with the gallows set my heart ablaze. I was burning with pride that Johnny met Clyde. Yeah, those were the good old days. I dozed by the fireside, dreaming of cyanide, never a worry or a care. and how can one measure the infinite pleasure of dreaming of the electric chair? You know, people found it shocking. Skip it. And in the hours I'd lay 'em with us and with Maiden. It's a hand routine, but it always pays. And my favorite encore was the 100 Years' War. Those were the good old days. I'd sail the 7 seas for just one reprieve of those good old days.
Notes for a Pulitzer Prize contending column, Dateline, Washington. Here are the 6 major highlights from this hearing on the identification and culpability of Senator shortstop Joe Hardy, who initially had this to say for himself.
I've never actually been to Mexico, and I swear by everything I hold sacred, I've never known a Shifty McCoy, and that I'm not that man. To God, I'm not.
One to mince words. At least we're going. But still, he was unable to produce a social security card kind of identification whatsoever, which moved team owner Helen Welch.
Move for dismissal, because despite Joe's identification problem, there's not one shred of concrete evidence against him. Now, will somebody please bring me a legitimate testimony? Because I mean business. No ifs, ands, or buts.
But the threat had minimal effect on the trial, which dragged on into the afternoon. Team manager Benny Van Buren, with one eye on the clock, made one of his usual calm and level-headed suggestions.
Why don't you just shoot me? Listen, Commissioner, we gotta be at that ballpark right now. It'd be just nifty if we could take our star player with us. Unless, of course, we got a couple of bucks of your own on those damn...
Yes! Leaving the hearing just before contempt charges were pressed, Van Buren and his team were sadly not present when the surprise arrived early in the evening and presented herself to the commissioner as the so-called wife of Shifty McCoy. Senora McCoy claimed to have arrived from Cancun on 9 different buses and testify that her husband was
a louse, a no-good pachuco who left me in a cantina in El Paso with chimichanga takeout. When he went off to Guadalajara with some two-bit no-good gringo floozy.
But without substantiation of McCoy's citizenship, marriage, age, address, or hair color, it seemed that the only responsible and valid testimony came from sports reporter Gloria Thorpe. Although her accusations necessitated the hearing, she smartly defended and she claimed discovered Joe Hardy and even first mentioned Shifty. Clearly, if you subpoena him, we can get to the bottom of it and I'll go home. Oh, and by the way, if any it is now the top of the 4th, and the score is 4-0. Yes. So that is where this afternoon ground to a halt.
We'd like to testify.
We're material witnesses.
You see, at first we didn't remember Joe, and then the girl...
Oh, we recognized him from Hannibal. We picked Huckle together. You see, Mr. Commissioner, Joe Hardy would do such a thing. He's the heart of senators.
Hart and Huckleberries, if Joe had no hope. But then suddenly Mr. Applegate appeared on the scene shortly before 8 o'clock and seemed somehow unable to testify.
Do you tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you?
So help me who? You don't have another version of that oath, do you?
Please, Mr. Applegate, don't do this. Please don't. I know what you're doing. You'll stall until 9 o'clock is come and gone. If not for me, for the team. I just help the guys before I go back to Meg. I've just got to.
My, you are You just have to have everything. But I know what could help. A nice quiet think things over. So please, be my guest.
Joe? Joe? Are you all right?
Oh, gee. How can I be? I've got to go Meg, but the guys. I'm about to let them down in the worst way. No matter what I do, somebody gets hurt. I'm so I can't even move.
Joe, where are you?
It's only still half an hour to play ball, like you've never played before in your life. Quick, go that way. Now remember, like your life depends on it.
Joe, is that you? Lola. What are you doing here?
Well, where are we?
This is limbo. Now let's go. Listen, as soon as we get Joe, we gotta work the game. There are 48,000 souls sitting in Griffith Stadium just ripe for the picking. This is no time to waste.
Will you give yourself a break? I have never seen anybody work so hard in their entire life. You've been up since dawn. Damning, cursing, spitting. Oh, you must be exhausted.
I am. A little. It's a killer schedule.
Who are those couples over there?
Looks like Romeo and Juliet. That's Anthony and Cleopatra.
Ah, and us. The lost souls. Come on, Chief. I'm being romantic.
You are?
Boy, you're one of a kind.
Oh, we're two of a kind. And you are good, Lola.
Huh. You're not so bad yourself. Two lost souls on the highway of life ain't even got a sister or brother, but ain't it just great? Ain't it just grand? We got each other. Two lost ships on the stormy sea, one with no sail and one with no rudder, but ain't it just great? Ain't it just grand? We got each other. Two lost sheep in the wilds of the hills, far from the other Jacks and Jills. We wandered away and went astray, but we ain't fussing 'cause we got us and we're two lost souls. Highway of life, and there is no one whom we would rather say, ain't it just great? Ain't it just grand? We got each other. Wherever we go, whatever we do, as long as you me and I've got you, we got a lot because we've got each other.
It's the bottom of the ninth with the score Yankees 4, Senators 3. One away, and Henry Anderson's holding it first.
Stepping up to the plate, number 14, Vernon Hallworth.
There's the drive. It's a deep fly ball going to center field. Mantle's racing back. He's digging for this one. Mantle reaches up and he's got it. Anderson's tagging at first. He tried for second. Here comes the throw from Mantle. Anderson slides and he's safe at second.
That puts Henry Anderson in scoring position now.
All right, what's going on? What's going on? What time is it? Does anybody have a watch? No wonder the Republicans are in office.
5 till 9.
5 till 9? How did we get to be so late?
I don't know.
Two out in the bottom of the ninth, and stepping up to bat for the Senators, number 39, Shoeless.
Whoa, what's going on? Now wait a minute.
Hardy, Hardy, Hardy. Last time up to bat, Hardy's first appearance here tonight, he blasted a fastball into the second deck. That brought the score to Yankees 4, Senators 3.
He did what? He's not to be here.
Come on, Joe! Joe!
Come on, Joe!
You lost your mind?
The pitch is in his wind up. Around comes the left arm, and here's the pitch.
Watch this.
Strike!
A blade fast fastball high and inside. Hardy never saw it.
What was that?
Don't actually think I'm gonna let the good side win this time, do you?
The count is 0-1, 2 away. Whitey Ford, 2 pitches away. This crucial Yankees win.
Yes, but rookie Hardy, Shoeless Joe, now he's just one swing away from clinching the greatest comeback in baseball history.
And here's the windup, the pitch.
Strike!
And it's just all in the wrist. Now what's the time? What's the time?
Joe!
Hey, no tricks, you missed.
Joe!
Stay and win, Joe.
Joe!
You can have everything.
Joe!
Ford looks to second.
It's 9!
Let me
Let me go!
And the pitcher's set. Here's the windup, the pitch. And it's a high fly ball to deep right field. May go foul. No, by gosh, it's fair. Oh my. It's a home run. Washington wins it. Washington wins it. Washington wins the pennant. Washington wins the pennant.
And so, those are the mysteries that faced Washington tonight. What happened to Joe Hardy at home plate? And after Henry Anderson scored, where did Hardy go? Where is he? And what are the Senators' chances for winning the World Series if he can't be found? For Sports Wrap, Tony Littleton. Tune in at the 11 o'clock.
It's fine. Is that you, sister? Gosh, I haven't even started our supper. I was just... Joe,
Meg, I'm back.
my old... You don't know how I've missed you.
Well, I bet I do.
All right, Joe. You owe me something, remember?
Wrong?
Say things to me. Things about us.
We've had our little joke. But there's some business between you and I.
Hold me, Meg, quick. Arms around me and don't let me go, no matter what.
That was a mean trick I played on you at the stadium tonight, Joe. I just lost my head for a moment, but I'll make amends. You can play in this series. You can be Joe Hardy again. You can play the greatest game baseball has ever seen. I promise you. I'm not emotionally unstable, Joe. Once you get to know me, what's going on? Why isn't this game?
I don't know, Chief. It's beyond me. Maybe it's the real thing.
There is no such thing as the real thing, and there's no such thing as real love. Joe, listen to me, you white-loving louse. I'm not going to stand for any of your shenanigans. Do you hear me? Listen to me. You crook. You thief. You belong to me, you two-time space swindler. You robbed me. You robbed me.
The happy thought is ever